People, I am Jaby Koay, joined by Chara Kirk.
Hi guys.
We're gonna look at the trailer to Kesari. I very much enjoyed all the teasers that we looked at just yesterday. I am so excited for this trailer and for this movie. I have no idea what's in store for us, but Akshay Kumar looks badass! This film comes out in exactly 1 month from today, and it's also starring Parinita Chopra, who we haven't seen at all in the teasers, but we saw some cool looking weapons, and we got some good feedback from our audience, and we have a little bit better of an understanding as to all this stuff, and apparently Jaby says Sikh correctly, and Achara does not. No one's counting points, this is not a contest, it's not a contest.
No, clearly not.
But Achara is always right, according to some of you, and that is false. So, here we go. I definitely wouldn't be at the front of that. Running up to him when he's got all.
Yeah.
See, I'm glad they're showing all this stuff. We're talking about they know their terrain, they set up the traps.
Police. Oh.
Imagine that he's the last to go.
Right.
And instead of letting them take him alive, he's like, no, you can't have me. You're gonna have me on my terms, biatch. I'm gonna set myself afire, a lit.
This party is lit.
In the flames, and I'm gonna come after you. No one's gonna wanna touch me, but I'm gonna get at least 20 of you. It was like an old Western I saw. I was thinking it was Wyatt Earp. Not old, but like from the 90s or something. I think it was Wyatt Earp. Someone was trying to take someone, and I think it was Wyatt Earp who goes, you can take him, but I'm gonna take you and you ahead. But 3 of you, I'm gonna get at least several of you. And here it's a similar kind of situation where he's like, I'm gonna die no matter what in this circumstance, and I'm gonna take as many of you with me as I can. Man, that's balls to the wall insane. And what's cool about this trailer is how it's following up to the teasers, because it's piecing all this together.
Yeah.
It's not just like arbitrary imagery and then this is a completely different thing. Now it's like connecting all the dots, fitting all the puzzle pieces together. For instance, I thought that the person holding the round weapon, I apologize, I don't remember the name of it, and the person holding the sword that's hot, that's red, I thought those were 2 different people. I didn't realize it was just him. And you saw how like that fit in with other things going on. I mean, you get a sense of it, but it just has more context now. The thing that I appreciated a lot as well as the heart, the soul, before it gets to the war stuff. And it's something that we were kind of talking about yesterday. You need that. You need to know what matters to these people.
Exactly. Yes, it is also about family and stuff like that, but I feel like there's a lot of pride.
Oh yes,
and
that as well.
That kind of, that warrior spirit that is so important to them. I remember in the beginning they were like, oh, you know, just give us something as soldiers to do. Like they want to fight, they want to have that. I mean, at least it seems like that from what they're showing us in the trailer. That's all just very interesting, and it creates that kind of more well-rounded character, you know, as opposed to it being like, oh, it's a war, I'll fight, rah.
No, right. I mean, before they get into Helm's Deep, that's a reference to our other reaction if you haven't seen that.
Yes.
I know I said it twice already, but I really appreciate the aspect of showing family, of showing who these people care about. This is gonna sound like a random reference, but that was like my biggest gripe with The Martian. Matt Damon's on this big adventure and I have no idea who he cares about. I have no idea why I should care about him, because I don't know who he's connected to on Earth. Here you're seeing who their link is, who it is they care about specifically, like other than India. Who are the people that matter most to them immediately, and who cares about them like most immediately besides there's that kind of general aloof feeling of like, yeah, those are our brothers in arms, but it's like they have names. These are people.
Exactly. And everyone has a family and everyone has someone that they're fighting for. And it just makes it easier as an audience to be able to hook in emotionally if it's something that, like, on a level that we can understand, because not all of us are fighters or in the army or desire to be, but we can all respect the people that lay down their lives in order to protect their country. But in order to get there emotionally, you need to have that like extra layer.
I even get weird around military people, and I come from a military family. Like, my dad was in the Air Force, his dad was in the Marine Corps, his dad before him was in the Marine Corps. We were at Universal Studios with Tushar Lal and just hanging out. These 2 guys recognized me. They go, oh, you do YouTube videos, right? And I go, yeah. And I looked at them and I just knew, almost like looking at one of these Sikh warriors. You're like, you know exactly what time it is when you look at them, right? They looked like military people. I go, oh, so what do you do? They go, oh, we're in the army. I go, Well, thanks for that. I just like, it felt so weird because they're the ones that recognized me. It was almost like that Chandler moment when he realized what nurses did in World War II and he's trying to prevent this nurse from hitting on Monica. Sorry, I watched Friends religiously, so that popped in my head right away. That same kind of awkwardness. But anyway, back to this. I like the way this is shot. I like the way that Akshay Kumar looks.
Yes.
Parinidhi Chopra looks totally different from what I remember. Obviously, she's playing a character, so that naturally that makes sense. This also further emphasizes the brotherhood between these guys, the closeness, what they're willing to do, and what they're up against. Like, you get it from that bird's eye view, that helicopter shot, but you're also seeing them on the ground and what's going on, and it's like, you just get more of the scope of all of this. So this is a great trailer.
They've done such a good job with Akshay Kumar's look for this. His beard is perfectly waved, but he just looks elegant and yet ferocious at the same time. And I really like how he's bringing his quiet intensity to this, and it works.
That's what he does. Yeah. When he is in the middle of the courtyard, and I guess, you know, if you're kind of putting the pieces together, at some point they do break into the fort.
Yes.
Right? And he's fighting. He's taking them on all of them. He's like, I don't give a single F-bomb. I'm going to take on every last one of you.
Yeah.
And there's a dude who runs up to him, and I'm like, I know that that's very plausible and that happened, but why would you? Like, you saw what happened. Like, you saw that they took out at least several thousand of you in the process of trying to get into this fort. Why would you be the one to, don't be a hero, don't run up to him. Just like, that's why you got stabbed straight through the stomach and lifted up like that, bruh.
That part I loved, but also my rational brain is going, whoa, your bicep must be so strong.
Hi friends, thanks for choosing our video. For more videos, subscribe our channel and hit that bell icon for notification. If you like our video, please hit that like button and share it.